Welcome to this explainer. You know, stepping into the fitness world for the very first time, it's a massive decision. But honestly, it's absolutely one of the best investments you can make for your health and your future. So today, we're gonna completely demystify the gym for you. Okay, let's dive into this because starting out can feel, frankly, incredibly intimidating. If you've been feeling totally overwhelmed by all that conflicting internet advice, those exotic exercises and complex TikTok trends, well, you are definitely not alone. We're gonna clear away all that noise right now and give you a calm, straightforward roadmap. Here's our agenda for today. We're covering overcoming gym anxiety, choosing your workout split, your basic training plan, mastering progressive overload, nutrition and supplement basics, and finally, consistency and key takeaways. Section 1. Overcoming first-day gym anxiety. It's completely natural to feel a bit self-conscious walking into a gym, right? Especially one filled with really big, experienced lifters. But here's a quick reality check for you. Most of those intimidating people are actually gentle giants. Seriously, everyone starts somewhere. And if you respectfully ask them for advice about their passion, they're usually absolutely thrilled to help you out. To make that first day as smooth as possible, take a look at these practical steps. First up, try visiting during off-peak hours. That's usually between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. or from 7 p.m. until closing time. It's just significantly quieter. Second, bring a friend or a family member with you. Having a buddy there makes a world of difference. And finally, when you get there, just test the machines with the absolute lightest weight just to see how they feel. Oh, and if you aren't totally sure about committing yet, remember that most commercial gyms offer a free 3-day pass just so you can check out the vibe.
Section 2. Choosing your workout split.
Okay, so once you're comfortable in the environment, you're gonna need a routine. Now, our explainer today focuses heavily on foundational bodybuilding principles. You might hear online jargon like PPL. Let's calmly demystify that. PPL simply stands for push, pull, legs. It's a highly effective workout split where synergistic muscle groups, basically muscles that naturally work together, are trained on the exact same day. For example, pushing weights engages your chest, sure, but also your shoulders and triceps naturally. Training this way is fantastic for developing a really strong mind-muscle connection. And this brilliantly illustrates why we stick to the basics. Think of your fitness journey like building a house. The basic compound movements, those are your foundation. The fancy, exotic isolation exercises you see influencers doing all over social media, that's the roof. As a beginner, if you try to copy those TikTok trends instead of sticking to the basics, you're essentially trying to build the roof of a house before you've even poured the foundation. It just doesn't work. Section 3. The basic beginner training plans. All right, so this is gonna be your actionable blueprint for the next 3 to 6 months. But wait, before you touch a single weight, you need to warm up. Please, do not overcomplicate this. You do not need some intricate 15-minute stretching routine. Just focus on warming up your major joints: shoulders, wrists, knees, and hips. Keep it really simple. Think back to middle school PE class. A few dynamic arm circles and light movements are literally all you need to get the blood flowing. Now, to read our upcoming workout plan, we need to break down 2 really fundamental terms: reps and sets. A rep, or a repetition, is just a single, complete movement of an exercise. A set is a group of those repetitions done back to back. When you're just starting out and getting a feel for things, a really great beginner target is doing 4 sets of 10 to 12 reps for each exercise. Take a look at this table. This is your core 4-day split, broken down into workout A and workout B. Workout A focuses on your pushing movements and squats, while workout B focuses on pulling movements and deadlifts. You'll probably notice a distinct lack of isolation exercises here, well, except for bicep curls, because let's be honest, everyone wants to practice building their biceps. But notice you won't see triceps extensions. That's because heavy compound pushing movements, like the bench press, already stimulate muscles like your triceps perfectly. Just leave your ego at the door, master these basic movements, and I promise you, you will grow. Section 4. Mastering progressive overload. Okay, having a routine is great, but doing the exact same thing forever won't actually change your body. The real engine that drives muscle growth is called progressive overload. This simply means gradually increasing the difficulty of an exercise over time, usually by adding a little bit more weight to the bar week after week. I literally cannot emphasize this enough. Progressive overload, not fancy routines, is the absolute main driver of muscle gain. So to guarantee that you are progressively overloading, just follow these 3 simple steps. First, record your sets on video every now and then to check your form. And no, it really isn't weird. Nobody is watching you, everyone's just focused on their own workouts. Second, religiously track your weights and reps. You can use a phone app or just a classic paper notepad. Third, look at that notepad before your next session and try to beat your previous record. Even if it's just by one single repetition or a couple of pounds, that is progress.
Section 5. Nutrition and supplement basics. All right, we've covered the training. Now let's shift gears to the fuel. If you go online, you're going to find incredibly complex discussions about macronutrients that will make your head spin. We are going to ignore all of that. Look at this number. This is your golden rule. 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of your body weight. That is the only macro you truly need to worry about at first. Just spread that protein out relatively evenly across a manageable 3 to 5 meals a day. You definitely don't need to stress over eating 8 tiny meals.
Alongside protein, you also need to understand your calories, specifically your maintenance calories. This is the exact number of calories your body needs to consume simply to stay at its current weight. You can easily find this baseline number by searching for a TDE calculator online and plugging in your height, weight, and age. Knowing this baseline number is absolutely crucial because it dictates the next step for your specific body type. See, based on your starting point, your strategy changes entirely. If you're skinny or skinny fat, you need to eat more than your maintenance calories. That's a calorie surplus to bulk up and build a base. Do not try to cut calories if you're skinny fat. You'll just end up looking like a skeleton because, well, you haven't built any muscle to reveal yet. On the flip side, if you're starting out a bit overweight, you don't necessarily need to aggressively diet right away. Staying slightly overweight while you start lifting actually gives you amazing energy to build muscle easily. You can always worry about cutting down later once you've got some experience under your belt. Now, when navigating the wild world of supplements, the crucial point is this number right here, 5 grams. That is the daily dose of creatine you need. Honestly, alongside a basic protein powder, if you're struggling to eat enough protein from your food, creatine is really the only supplement worth buying as a beginner. It's cheap, it's safe, and it flat out works. So please, save your money and skip the BCAAs or those crazy complex pre-workouts for now.
Section 6. Consistency and key takeaways.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it breaks down the big picture. When you're exhausted on a Tuesday evening and you really don't want to lift, keep this in mind. Notice how getting good sleep, consuming enough protein, and doing those basic exercises make up 99% of your results. Micromanaging whether you should take 5 or 6 grams of creatine, that is a stressful waste of time that accounts for maybe 1% of your progress. Nail the big, basic stuff, and the results will absolutely follow. I love this quote from our sources. Consistency is going to make it easier over time and ingrain it into your lifestyle. Something is still better than nothing. Remember, the gym is not some frantic 30-day challenge. It's a slow, beautiful lifestyle change. Try to go at the same time every day to build that habit. And even on the days you feel awful and can only give 50%, go anyway. Showing up and doing something is always vastly superior to sitting on the couch doing nothing. Well, we've covered a lot of ground today, from overcoming that first day anxiety to executing a flawless beginner routine. So I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. As you begin this journey, will you focus on building a rock-solid foundation with patience and basic principles, or will you let the internet distract you with building the roof? Drop the anxiety, trust the basic steps we've outlined here, and take that first step through those gym doors today. You've totally got this.